comes. The Curtin will clear his lines, and well, that's all a bit scruffy and scrappy here, really. Another flick on for the home team, but to nobody in particular. And Marc was waiting, but it looked like he was offside as the ball got closer to him. I think the flag went up. It wasn't for Curtis, who actually played the ball. Anyway, it's still Harrogate 1, Portsmouth 2. I don't know, the players are playing like I feel, which at the minute is a little bit drained, and we're waiting for that bit of quality. The first half there was plenty of it. The second half it's not been quite up to standard, really.
No, it hasn't. It's been scrappy, hasn't it? It's been, I mean, the TV analysts at half-time noticed it as well. It did get a little bit nasty. Was it again Falkenham and Curtis, and Falkenham's trying to get riled up. He looks very annoyed, and he's saying at Curtis that there's no need for it. Falkenham said he's done nothing wrong, and he'd be surprised if he doesn't end up in the book tonight, does it? I don't know about you, John.
Yeah, he's one of those, isn't he? Seems to be angry at life. Josh Falkenham.
Maybe he wanted to go to bed at 11.
Well, might be that. It's one of those, isn't he? He has a smile on his face there, but well, he's been niggling and nasty all the way through the game, really. Getting on the back of his own colleagues as well as the opposition. Maybe that's just part of his DNA, really. In which case, I feel a bit sorry for his missus. But anyhow, long ball punted down the field, and there's a good block off there by George Smith, meaning that Ryan Williams couldn't make any ground. The ball hooned up in the air, looking for Beck again. He gets the flick on, despite the fact that Burgess tried to knock him out of the way. And then a stronger challenge, and Brendan Kiernan went down. He's going to pick himself back up, though. That wasn't a foul. The ball breaks 4 up, walks in the middle of the park. We said we haven't seen him, and he finds a good ball out to Williams. They've got bodies in the box now. And he goes for a strike, and that was pushed up in the air. Ball laid back, and maybe a chance now for Curtis to put a good ball in. He can't quite do that. Walks out, edge of the area. Left foot shot, still coming down.
Yeah, again, Belshaw testing him early doors out there. He's trying to give the instructions out as he first steps back to the 6-yard box. And then it's like a little bit of things across their try to make him come out for. I think that's a shot, you know.
I think he might be going in. I don't think it's any great kind of shot, but it's
not a cross. I thought at first when he'd done it, he might have just got his bearings wrong for a cross, but I think you're spot on with that. I think they really think he's a weak link and they're just shooting from anywhere. I don't think he's that bad.
No, well, again, but he slapped at that one rather than sort of try and catch. You know, you see the keepers who think, right, it's going to be difficult to catch, so it's almost like they chuck it down into the ground, second chance regather. If you try and catch it cleanly, it can go wrong. But he didn't do that, he just slapped it, and, you know, and then it can go wrong. He kind of got away with that. You know, the ball hits the back of Burgess. His poor game continues, really, and very nearly had the ball nicked away from him there by Kiernan. And here is Kiernan on the ball now, chance to run at Burgess. He's going for pace here, tries the little heel, and well, Burgess, I guess, sticks with it there. Fallowfield now, looking for the chip down the line. Burgess is well out of position if they can find the ball in the middle. Little turn from the number 8, and then a heel from Muldoon, but they can't make that stick. Jack Emmett trying to help out there as well, but he has not played much of a part as Marquis is bundled to the ground.
That's smart, really, because it was a stupid push, but I think the referee was going to let him get away with it. So what Marcus has done is he's been pushed, and he's just put his hands in the air to try and punch the ball to say, I've been knocked off balance, and you know, he deserved the free kick, but I don't think he was going to get it until he tried to bully, until he did push the ball.
Yeah, a standing dish at Doncaster Rovers, wasn't he, Marcus? Ball breaks the edge of the area, maybe half a chance there, but in the end it doesn't quite break kindly enough.
Ex-Millwall, is he as well?
Yeah, 52 games, just 5 goals. John Marquis. I like Anton Walks, I think they're both from Lewisham anyway. Here, Harrogate Town trying to clear their lines and eventually do that. Burgess wins the header against Muldoon. And maybe he's decided I'm going to mark Muldoon instead of bet, because I can't handle him this second half. But anyway, yeah, game's super scrappy. I guess that might even suit Harrogate Town, but they've not had much of the ball going forward. It's certainly not been as orderly in the first half. And at Wetherby Road, it's still Harrogate 1, Portsmouth 2. Been a real scrappy second half, and neither team has been able to string more than 3 or 4 passes together. So Harrogate's still got that big Marc goal, 6'5" of him up top, and they're trying to utilise that. Portsmouth can't really find their striker, John Marquis, just yet. But they are trying all sorts of attempts from long range, and clearly they view that James Belshaw is a weak link for Harrogate, but he's still Harrogate 1, Portsmouth 2.
Yeah, it certainly is, John. We'll see any more change of momentum here as Pompey have to go back towards their own goal. Brown run into trouble, but gets away with it. Running Curtis skips inside Fallowfield, and again there is Close. Switches the flanks, switches the play to the right flank, then Smith bundled into Williams. Williams wants a free kick, nothing given. In fact, I think he might have got the call, and Williams puts the thumb up, whether that's for the pass from Close. George Smith is adamant he doesn't foul Williams. I'm not too sure about that, to be honest. It's a bit needless. It looks like it could be a 50-50 shoulder barge, but he has got the free kick. It's maybe just the power he put into it. But Williams wins a free kick for Pompey. In a good area, a chance to cross again and put the pressure on. Armstrong's going to cross to take it.
Yes, there has been pretty good so far. In comes the ball, but this time it's headed away at the near post by George Smith. The ball breaks the edge of the air, then flicked up in the air. And in the end, Conor Hall was forced to put that ball out for a corner. What's the referee spotted?
Marc pushed him. He went to head it.
Ah dear. So, yeah, nothing much to do in there right at the minute. And the Yellow and Blacks have an opportunity then to launch a long ball and try and get back in the Sulphurites for Pompey. Well, at the minute it's fine. They've got the lead and proving difficult. We thought we'd see goals in that first half. It was more difficult this second, and game a bit scrappy, and the prospect of goals going in seems a bit less somehow. Anyway, ball breaks again to Harrogate, and the ball launched over the top from Falcon. It was a good ball, and it's cut across the face, but Handstrup's able to clear. Curtis then finds the Marquis, who heads it back into midfield for Ben Close, looking for the long ball. Pointless exercise that. We talked about this pitch being one where you've got to look for feet. And he just launched it up the field, going nowhere. But they've got another opportunity, Pompey. But again, the ball's like a hot potato at the minute.
They're playing Harrogate's game, Pompey. Long ball, one touch, knock it on. There's no get it on the floor. The pitch is still in good condition to play some football with.
I mean, one thing about it, they've had a tremendous amount of rain down on it, but the pitch could soak all that up and come back for more. And drains like a dream. You can tell that it looks fantastic, really. And it's certainly not a pitch that had cut up. Anyway, it is what it is. This pitch. Both teams have got to play on it, but it looks like a carpet, albeit pretty thin one. Anyway, ball back with Belshaw, bounces it once, twice, and then he lofts it up in the air. Doesn't gain much ground, about the halfway line. And then it's the sub, Jack Emmett, just about loses out there with that header. And again, it's Portsmouth making a little bit of ground. Lee Brown will take the throw. Yeah, one or two bodies looking tired, and I think that both teams would be looking to the bench. For Harrogate, I think there was only one change from their last league encounter. I think they played in some cup competition. I know they beat Bradford Park Avenue last time out, but it wasn't in the league. But there's only one change from the team that got well beaten actually at East League. But anyway, Brown with the throw now for Portsmouth. An opportunity for him. And then, Ryan Williams keeps the ball alive at the edge of the area. Heavy touch from Marquis, and means that he I thought it looked like there might have been a double kiss off Marquis there as he was driven out wide, but the ball adjusted to come off for Will Smith, and so it's going to be a corner kick.
Yeah, when Smith had a word with Marcus there and said, you know that was my ball, and he's never going to admit it, is he, the centre forward? But if they get a goal, it maybe counted a little bit lucky.
So they do have a corner chance to seal the deal. If they can grab a third, you would have thought. Anyway, a flat delivery. They have a man at the near post, so it's not in vain now. The ball come back in, this time right foot round the corner, competing for it. And then it's a save by the keeper, under pressure from the Marquis at the far post, who probably feels he should have scored.
He should definitely have scored, Johnny. He seems to just like guide it with his foot, like the ball never seems to leave the foot, so it's like a push rather than an actual shot. Doesn't seem to generate as much power. I think the keeper gets out, in fairness to him. I think he's probably a better connection than that first real. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's not actually the worst connection, it's just a decent save. Pushes him out, makes himself big, and we've got a change for Harrogate Town. There's a new man entering the frame. Wait for the kick confirmation. Thompson's coming on for Diamond.
Yeah, Diamond seemed to pick up a bit of an injury here, didn't he? The Sunderland loanee. So, yeah, I thought they needed to freshen it up just a bit. And I guess with the number 7 on his back that he does play out wide. So, George Thompson, an opportunity. Although there's a block off in the middle of the park there, and Emmett was beaten too easily. Portsmouth on the counter-attack, and another out ball. Ryan Williams got pace to burn. Oh, what was that? Is it a shot? Is it a cross? He's really poor, that. I think he's got George Smith all day for pace, and he needed just to take him on there and get to the byline.
He's shown so far about 4 or 5 times tonight. When he's actually run at Smith, he's got so much of an advantage in the pace department. His strength, he doesn't. Smith's battered him in the air and stuff like that, and he had that shoulder barge where he threw him to the floor. He's really big frame, got some massive arms, and he's it'll be fine if it's a duel with its strength, but not when it's pace, and he should use it. You know, you've got football's simple. If you use your advantage, so if you've got over another player, the game becomes a lot easier. Free kick to Harrogate.
Sure does. Some good play there by Emmett in the middle of the field, winning a good ball, and then developing play down the left-hand side. It was Marcus who was robbed. Kid has popped up on the left now, so I guess Thompson's gone right. Anyway, here's a free kick, an opportunity to sling the ball in the mix there for Harrogate Town. And they saw pictures of one of their municipal buildings with the statues over the scarves on this week. So, the town were certainly up for it. We see a poor ball into the box from Kiernan. It's not really... the first 5 minutes I thought he looks like he's pacey, they've got something about him, but he kind of fizzled out of the game a little bit. Little flick on here, and although that's a good little flick from Curtis, the ball just bounds on. Ryan Williams can't stop it. At the moment in Harrogate, actually a lovely place to visit usually. The Stray looks like a dog's dinner. So they've got a lovely patch of open grassy land in the middle, with the locals moaning there because the Cycling World Championship they had a spectator zone on it. We see a shot from range, and that's flown wide. Thompson, the new man. It sits up nicely on the half volley there. He needs to get that one on target.
That is it's set up really well. All thanks to that big man at the top back, wins the flick on and yet again beats Burgess, chests it down. He's sort of on the wrong side for a right footer, isn't he? He seems to just hope and get... it's a great connection, John. A couple of little, few more inches to the right hand side, and he's certainly getting it towards goal. Beck's hurt himself. Another aerial duel. This time the referee finally sees an aerial duel and actually spots it. He's got a cut to the nose originally, Beck, and I think he's just collided with someone else there. Gets up and just double checks, but it's Burgess has finally got to him, but done so with a bit of a accidental headbutt, really.
Was it a head or was it an elbow? I think he's flying, careering into him there. Difficult to know what he hit him with. I think that's symptomatic of the fact that he's been overmatched in the air tonight. Doing literally anything he can. Real difficult game tonight for Christian Burgess. and he won't want to play against this fella every week, would he? Anyway, here's Curtis now steps inside the first challenge of Thompson. Thompson then works hard to win that ball back. Muldoon ahead it, and then the ball taken away from Emmett, but it goes backwards, and Connor Hall just jabs it forwards. Ball headed out of play. They could make the pitch wider, couldn't they? It's quite made it quite narrow on one side. Anyway, going to be a long throw now over the halfway line. And yet again, Beck gets the flick on. Muldoon, can he get there? No, that ball is smashed away from him. So Harrogate Town 1, Portsmouth 2. And it was a better first half. And obviously we got 3 goals the first half as well. It's turned into a bit of an arm wrestle this second period. We are 3/4 of the way through, and I'll pass it over to Tom to take us through to full time.
John Smith heads this bomb, headed back in by Beck. There is Emmett. So back to get the bowlers. There's Thompson. No look pass. Didn't realise that Ronan Curtis had cut back to help in the circle. As far as Kiernan, bit of a scrap with him as well, but Houndstruck there. Quite interesting that the right left-footed. It's not often you need that as keeper Belshaw. Falkenham's heavy touch. He looks like he's starting to get a bit leggy in midfield. Not as you sometimes see those little determined centre midfielders that have not got much height about them, but it does affect your game. You can't get to certain balls that you should be able to when people run at you. It does help to be that extra foot taller in there, try to be in the engine room.
I think you've got to pick your scraps, don't you, if you're a short midfielder, and know when not to bother competing. You know, that's a terrible crossfield ball for Pompey, and Kurt's given no chance there. Yeah, you've got to pick your battles, don't you? But throughout history, there's been a lot of brilliant, little midfielders. The Xavi Hernandez's and Billy Bremner's of this world, if you can go back long enough.
Yeah, certainly so. As Close goes forward, backwards, so he fires it to Houndstrup. Houndstrup's going to look up and go to Walks. Walks goes left. Back now to Burgess, who puts his foot through it, goes out to the right wing, headed back inside, is it? No, Williams can't get to it, so here is Falkenham, goes for the low pass towards Muldoon. It's a good one as well. Muldoon keeps shape easy if he's going to play the ball out to Beck. It's a really tame pass to Thompson. Does seem that once Beck's not in the middle of the pitch and in the fold, they struggle to actually play off anybody, really. That's a free kick given against Harrogate. Game's starting to get away from them. They've not tested McGilvery at all in the second half.
I think Muldoon was unlucky a little bit with that ball. It looks tame, doesn't it? But I think you genuinely got to caress the ball and tickle it to somebody, particularly when they're running forward. And it looked like it really massively undersold that. Kiernan goes off. We were having a bit of a moan about him because he shaped up well first 5 minutes and he's gone very quiet. But anyway, he has now been replaced by Bradley.
Yeah, he has. So that's all 3 subs for Harrogate. Obviously had to make one in the first half. Emmett replacing Hurrell for a muscle injury. Portsmouth lost 2 players to injury in the first half, Raggett and Naylor. They're okay for now, though.
He's a Finland under-19 winner, believe it or not. He's Alex Bradley, 20 years of age, and he's on loan from Lincoln. He did start his youth career with West Brom, so he might have a future. Yeah. Sonny Young, as you mentioned earlier, still at 25. Beck might find his feet, and maybe in his late 20s he's thrown to the floor. He says, referee says, play on. There is Emmett, plays it out towards Smith. He's going to have to really put the foot down to get to it. He just kicks it out for a throw-in. Yeah, once that ball gets away from you on this pitch, you tend not to be able to have it back. George Smith there putting his head down. Hard to take there. Sometimes I look at him, I think he looks like an old man. You look at his face, you're not quite sure, are you? But anyway,
I know what you mean. I don't really think some players dye their hair light colours, don't they? Matter if his hair has. Some do go a little greyer earlier as well, but
he's actually only 23. Is George Smith? Surprising that, isn't it? Because he looks a bit older.
Where did he start his career?
He was at Barnsley, and he's from Barnsley.
So pretty local enough as Fallowfield gets to the interception edge of the Harrogate box. Harrogate 1, Portsmouth 2. Listening to off-tube studio commentary, it's good work from Beck. Keeps possession, then he goes to try and play it round the outside to Fallowfield, who just looks up to say there is not any way, shape or form I could have got to that ball. And Beck just got a bit excited about himself. The trick was great, then play the pass to the left, then get up front. He tries to go really ambitious and play a no-look pass behind him. And no wonder it doesn't come off as here is McGilvery back towards the keeper now. It's with Burgess. Thompson's made a bit of a lively start since coming off the bench. He's been high up the pitch, trying to put the pressure on. It's a poor touch from Simon Brown. Not often we see him make a mistake at left back. And he's ran that ball out of play for a Harrogate throw. Feed off these scraps though, John.
Yes, right, but at least they've got some strikes. It's a one-goal game, isn't it, Dave? They're still in it, and, you know, for the spectators, it's still of massive interest. It still could go the way of Harrogate. They're not out of it just yet.
Well, they're not, as that's not the best touch down the line from Bradley, but he gets away with it. Cross comes in, Burgess fires it away. He had time to control that. Kick it downfield. Old-school centre-half sort of play, just kicks it into the stands. Which are not that high at Harrogate, so good well with it. Some people try to chase that ball as Thompson, little flick away, only as far as Falkenham, who tries to nip away from his marker, does that, turns inside, great feet from Falkenham, tries to go around the outside of the pass. He's given Thompson pretty much no chance to cross, but they've kept the ball, and then the Fallowfield left him on his own as well. So that's good work from Thompson, considering the pretty mindless running from his teammates. This is Falkenham. Fires it down the line, good touch in fact from Fallowfield, drills the cross in, takes a deflection, and Harrogate have done actually very well to get where they are to get a corner.
Yeah, it was good play despite some of the balls in there. Falkenham does well and then he does badly, doesn't he? And then he fires a ball down the line. You think, well, you've got no chance. And then Fallowfield absolutely brings it in and, you know, delivers a great ball that now is one of the corner.
Yeah, ball taken quickly towards the far post. Beck's headed it down only into the hands of McGilvery. It's the best chance of the second half. It's very, very, very tame indeed, but it's still a shot on target, John.
Yeah, that's right. Wins his head, it's contested, he gets everything right, heads it down, but keeper's in a good position, McGilvery, and he picks it up comfortably.
It's going to go forward. That's intercepted now, chance on the edge of the box. Here comes Evans, trying to shoot towards goal. Oh, it's not that far away with original replay, original live shots we saw there. He hits it left-footed, it goes towards the top corner. He didn't appeal that badly, as if to say that, you know, it maybe not gone as close as we thought, but it was still a really good chance. Kenny Jackett on the touchline. Of course, we've said how good it is for either side to get through, but for Pompey to welcome Altrincham in the next leg should they win. A third round tie against a big team will help add to their coffers. As you see a little ball flick back, and it's going to fall to Belshaw.
At Wetherby Road, it's still Harrogate Town 1, Portsmouth 2. Harrogate have had a couple of half chances in the last few minutes though. We saw George Thompson, a right foot half volley from the edge of the area after a decent layoff from a good back header. And then big Mark Beck with another header, this time from a corner kick. He seemed to get it right, win the ball, headed it down, textbook really, but it was straight at McGilvery.
Ball up towards Beck, he wins the flick on, but not really what he wants to be doing. He should be knocking that one back towards his own box. Little clip on the heels of Smith and Marquis, but he's going to get away with it. And he's not the best of game tonight, Will Smith. And now a throw in, which Sam Brown's going to take. Forward, nice little flick on that from close, but nobody in a fellow blue shirt's reacted to it, so it's just going to bounce and trickle out behind for a goal kick. Harrogate need the ball in play, of course, need to make it a little bit sharper, need to get the ball forward. All this stop-start stuff isn't helping them in the slightest.
No, it's been quite a difficult watch, really. I'd had quite a good weekend and covered Leicester City in victory, and then, you know, the Liverpool-Man City game wasn't bad. This isn't really on a par with those, and you know, you feel really for those fans who go and watch Run League week in, week out. I mean, obviously they're into it, they're into their teams, but having watched, when we are just covering Champions League or Premier League and all that, the standard that you watch, you kind of get used to it. And it's quite a difficult watch, this game tonight, particularly the second half. First half was fine. If the quality's not there, at least you're hoping that there's a bit of goal mouth action, which there was. Second half, not so. But here's a chance for Harrogate.
Yeah, Thompson's take a free kick. It's right on the touchline. It's level with the box on the far left-hand side of the camera position. Swung into the near post, headed away by Marc straight away. Smith's going to run into a brick wall of two defenders. Falkenham scoops it up towards Thompson, who brings it under control. He's got a good first touch across the face of goal, headed back into danger by him. It was cleared away originally by Downing. Smith dinks it back the line to Thompson. He's shown a good touch so far. Turns away. Now he fires another ball into the box towards Beck, headed back away from goal. That time Burgess got to him. Headed away by Fallowfield. Here is Falkenham. He's going to try and go on a little run on his own. He gets a bit lucky, but it's determined play. Now he fizzes the ball across the face of goal. It's going to be a corner, and he's trying to G up the crowd. I mean, technically, he's very good at just Falkenham. So what he's shown tonight in this contest,
he's got something about him, yeah. I thought he'd tell it off the crowd then. He looks very angry all the time, though, doesn't he? Anyway, he's had a good second half, so and he's driving them forward, and that's what a good captain should do.
Yeah, there's something going on in the box. I think it's Burgess and Hall that are having a word with the referee. Burgess, of course, is going to play down anything that he's done wrong. Got the fingers taped, suggest maybe a dislocated finger in the past. Referee telling him to stop whatever he was doing before that. Referee just ignored what the referee said and goes back to doing it anyway.
What was the point?
It's very pointless. Hall's complaining again. Burgess tries to stand him up, pulling all over the place. Ball towards the far post. Beck's being pulled, heads towards goal, just over the bar. And Beck turns around again, and he stood still in disbelief. I think he's been pretty harsh on himself for missing that there, Mark Beck.
Again, he's off a standing start, isn't he? So he can't really attack the ball. He's underneath the ball, and again he wins his header. But like I said, because he couldn't attack it, then it's much more difficult to get that power into it. Or head it down and just balloons off his head onto the top of the goal frame.
Yeah, ball fired forward, flicked away by Smith. That's going to be a Pompey corner. It is. I do love that at these non-league grounds you do get the sight of food stalls. One of the favourite ones is Tadcaster, that's got burger vans, pizza vans all laid down the side. So you see the sponsorships, of course. The stands so low to the fans. I mean, anyone that jumps up in that stand behind the goal we're looking at here is banging their head. And very compact. It might be a bit warmer though. As they're getting ready to take this corner, swung in toward the edge of the 6-yard box. Nobody there in a Pompey shirts. Now a chance then as it's going to be quick. To throw in. No, Falkenham gets to it. Sorry, Fallowfield, and it's going to be a throw into Harrogate.
I mean, the other features that most the fans are standing, aren't they? There's only 500 seats at the ground. Well, I think that's great. I think most fans, would probably prefer going and standing up, watching the game.
Yeah, when I go watch my team, I've got a seat, but I stand up. So don't really have much choice. Otherwise I can't see if I want to sit down. So that's Thompson running into a bit of trouble. Looks at the floor in disbelief. I think he's a bit frustrated. Falkenham's taken one for the team there. Advantage, that could be a card. I told you you'd get one eventually. Let's see if that's the case. Curtis Brown's on the underlap, should I say. He's going to get there. Cuts the ball back low and hard. Joyce hit the post. And it's going to bounce clear. Williams has got Walks on the edge of the box. He's got the run of Close. Curtis coming involved. And there is a shot coming in. Takes a deflection. I think there's a offside flag against John McCree. Well, Simon Brown, the standing skipper after the injury to Naylor, gets forward. Falkenham chopped his man down. It should be a carry. Raised the knee to try and get in his way. Great underlapping run. He's gone across the goal, done everything right. Great save, in fairness. That's what's when it hit the post. Stopped by the keeper. And we did say we thought that he was a little bit better than perhaps Pompey had realised, and that's a good stop.
Yeah, he got enough on it, didn't he? Just enough. He should be saving that. But here's the chance now. Shot comes in, but well, the keeper could throw his cap on that one, couldn't he? In the end, Alex Bradley's shot just never really caught hold of it, and it's an easy save for McGill for it.
Yeah, it's there to be hit, isn't it? He just needs to put some more power on it. It's a bit of a panic. It's good defending from Pompey, I thought that, John. Two defenders sliding at his feet. He made sure that he had to maybe second guess himself. Eventually, he then went for it.
Yeah, it's not like he was allowed a clean hit race, so I guess you're right. Oh, that's a good bit of skill in the middle of the park then by the man who just had that shot. Yeah, Alex Bradley bringing out his party piece there.
Yeah, Bradley's trying to get involved. Been on for a few minutes now. Here is Falkenham. Goes drilling it to the left-hand side. It's towards the man that is playing at left-back, George Smith. There is Falkenham again. Tries to go for the ball in between the defenders. Curtis gets to it now and he hooks it forward. It's going to bounce and just trickle and could even go out for a throw-in if Smith's not careful. In fact, the keeper comes out and he's just giving the ball away. Here's Williams. He might go for goal. Right-footed towards goal. He sliced it horribly wide, but James Belshaw put his team under no real pressure. They didn't even need to be under, John.
That's right. I was thinking he looked positive when he raced down. I thought he was going to just boot it way up the field and look for Beck, and I don't know what he was thinking then, but he scuffed it. And typically Ryan Williams is going to have a shot straight away, but he probably had a bit more time to think about that than he showed, and it was a rushed finish from him. He looks like he's got pace about him, Ryan Williams, without any great touch. I haven't been overly impressed by Portsmouth today. They showed a bit of quality with their strikes the first half. Armstrup's left-footed curl has been, something that we'll probably remember out tonight, but not much else.
Yeah, long ball fired forward. It's going to bounce. Brown's going to hook it away down the line, and it's just going to bounce out of play on the touchline. It is going to be a Harrogate throw-in. Brown's had a decent game tonight at left-back. Here's Burgess under pressure. That's better from him, chesting it down. Not the best clearance. He looks away in frustration, but at least he actually tried to bring it down rather than just launching, which he's done all night.
Well, he controlled it beautifully with his chest there, Christian Burgess, and then sliced it into the stand. You think, well, come on, mate, you've got to do a bit better than that.
Did the hard bit as well. The control with the chest was the hardest bit, as Beck causes a nuisance.
Well, he's making football look hard tonight in the Christian Burgess, but he wouldn't be by himself.
No, he wouldn't. It hasn't been a classic, has it? You do, as you say, John, realise when you watch so many games at a certain level, you sort of become immune to it, don't really appreciate some of the perhaps quality on show.
And the other thing, it's a mucky night. I mean, when I came out of the house tonight, and we're not too far away from the ground, I just thought, oh, terrible. I wouldn't want to be playing football in this, but anyway, they get paid to do that. And don't forget, Harrogate are a professional team now, no part-timers or anything. And that's been a big part of their success. Here comes Will Smith then, but he gives the ball away, and
that chip, Mark, that's a yellow card. Awful from Will Smith.
Yeah, gotta be. He got away with it, looks like.
Oh, he did. How has he got away with that? Oh, it's just a blatant foul. It annoys when officials miss that. How can you miss that? As here is Curtis, runs into trouble. Fallowfield and Falkenham scrapping away. Curtis and Falkenham clash again. Who hasn't Falkenham clashed with in a blue shirt tonight?
Yep, he's even gone to the skin of some of his own players, hasn't he? They might all chip together at the end of the game. Anyway, but he's driven his team forward pretty well this second half, I've got to say, Josh Falkingham, so fair play to him.
Beck gets up, wins the header. It's fired out to the left, and here is Bradley, holds a play up for now, tries to get into a good position, eventually does, and now it's out to the right. Here is Smith, out towards the touchline now for Fallowfield. He's going to run at the defence. Brown's the man challenging him, goes for the hardest pass of all, gets lucky at the deflection, falls to Falkenham. Inside it comes to Muldoon. He's got room to manoeuvre in, runs, takes them all on his own, now goes across the face of goal. Good keeping from McGilvery, doesn't spill it. If he does, Thompson's there, Beck's behind him, and no wonder he gets a high five.
Yeah, I mean, is it a cross, is it a shot? It's a good save by McGilvery, and again, pretty nifty work there before that, but Muldoon, I think he's got to cut it back. He's going for glory, head down. And I'm thinking, look, mate, your teammates are in there, and if you don't look at them, you don't know where they are. Good industry and all that, but a little bit more composure required.
Yeah, ball out towards the left for Pompey. Here is Brown. And here is Thompson. Wonder what the game would have been like if Thompson had started. I think he's shown more in 10 minutes than Kiernan did in the full game.
Well, I've liked Alex Bradley as well when he's come on. He just wasn't Brendan Kiernan's game tonight, was he? I mean, sometimes though, that's it. Like we said, you know, Burgess right from the get-go is thinking he's up against Beck and he's having a torrid time. You know, a windy day, he probably doesn't like the pitch. You know, it's probably the perfect storm for him to have a shocker. But on the other hand of it, you know, Brendan Kiernan runs up against Lee Brown and thinks, I can't beat him. You know, sometimes you get a day like that, don't you? You're overmatched, or the person you're up against has just got too much for you and won't leave you alone. You know, and that's life sometimes. You just end up having a terrible game.
Yeah, Pompey have headed the ball away to touch. Harrogate have a throw in, which means they've got more time to build a bit of a try and turn up the heats. Down the left. Fizz back down the touchline, intercepted by Williams. That goes down the line again, good interception from Hall. So Harrogate trying to pen Portsmouth in their own half. Brad is going to try and start off on a run. It's into Thompson, back to Falkenham, across the left-hand side. Falkenham trying to tell his teammates to keep going and attack. Ball in from Smith, headed up in the air by the Pompey defence, which is Downing. Bradley gets in the way. Falkenham touches it, and the referee says handball, but while pointing to the top of the shoulder.
Yeah, well, didn't look much in that. He can't believe it, can he? But then he wouldn't, Falkenham. He looked unlucky, but it's right in front of the referee's nose.